Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण everyone. So today is Tuesday, 5th of December. It is Margasesha Masa, Keshav Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Ashtami Tithi. There are no working events today. So that we are coming nearer to Ekadasi, that is on a Friday. That is Utpanna Ekadasi. So shall quickly enter into our Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Sutta Goswami is speaking to Savanakadi sages and about the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are very, very powerful. So he was saying, whoever is attached to the Krishna Katha, so such kind of people, immediately they will get relief from the material world and they take the path of the liberation, which is the path of non-violence and also detachment. Taking that path, so they would be able to immediately relieve from this material entanglement. That is the power of. So likewise, Sutta Goswami he was saying, Yatra anuraktaha sahasaiva dhiraha vyapohya dehadishu sangha modham rajanti tat paramaham shamantim yasmin ahimso upashama swadharmaha. So it is the Paramahamsa Pati. That is the path of the Paramahamsas, which is non-violence and also detachment. They take that as a Swadharma. So and further, Sutta Goswami is saying that so he is going to explain all the Krishna Katha as much as he can. And like he is saying, giving an analogy as if the bird flies in the sky as much as it can. And also the devotees of the Lord, they also glorify the Lord as much as they can. Likewise, so the Goswami is going to describe the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and all the pastimes. Likewise, he is addressing the Saunakadi sages. Oh, Saunakadi sages, you are just like equivalent to the as powerful as sun. He is also glorifying the Saunakadi sages as a devotees. So we are in the first canto, chapter 18, verse number 23. Aham hi prushto ayamano bhavadbihi achaksha atma avagamo atra yavan nabah patanti atma samam padatrinaha tata samam vishnugatim vipashitaha. Aham hi prushtaha. O Saunakadi sages, you have asked me, Aryamano bhavadbihi. Aryamanaho bhavadbihi. You are all as powerful as the sun. And you have asked me, Aham hi prushto aryamano bhavadbihi. Achaksha atma avagamo atrayavan. Achaksha atma avagano. Achakshe. So I'm going to describe. Aham achakshe atma avagamaha. Atma avagamaha. As far as my knowledge is concerned, as much as it is permitted. So Lord glories are unlimited, but I am very insignificant. So, but whatever is possible, I would describe. Achaksha atma avagamaha Atra yavan, everything, whatever I know, everything I would describe. Aham hi prusto aryamuno bhavbihi ataksha atmavagamaha atra yavan. And further says, comparing with the Nabah patanti atmasamam patatrinaha. Nabah patanti. So in the sky, they fly. Atmasamam patatrinaha, as much as they can. Who are they? Patatrinaha, the birds. Nabah patanti atmasamam patatrinaha. Tatasamam vishnugatim vipashitaha. And also, vipashitaha. Vipashita is the those who has learned. And what they do? Tatasamam vishnugatim. They will also describe as much as they can. Vishnugatim, the knowledge of Vishnu. The birds, they can fly in the sky as much as they can. And the devotees of the Lord, they glorify Lord as much as they can. Likewise, O Saunakadi sages, I will also describe as much as I can. So he's comparing like that. So that indirectly he's saying Lord's glories are unlimited. Aham hi prusto aryamuno bhavadbihi ataksha atma avagamaha atra yavan nabah patanti atma samam patatrinaha tata samam vishnugatim vipashchitaha. Very beautiful. So translation for this verse is, O rishis who are as powerful, pure as the sun, I shall try to describe to you the transcendental pastimes of Vishnu as far as my knowledge is concerned. As the birds fly in the sky as far as their capacity allows, so do the learned devotees describe the Lord as far as their realization allows. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The supreme absolute truth is unlimited. No living being can know about the unlimited by his limited capacity. The Lord is impersonal, personal, and localized. By his impersonal feature, he is all-pervading Brahman. By his localized feature, he is present in everyone's heart as the supreme soul. And by his ultimate personal feature, he is the object of transcendental loving service by his fortunate associates, the pure devotees. The pastimes of the Lord in different features can only be estimated partly by the great learned devotees. So, Srila Suta Goswami has rightly taken this position in describing the pastimes of the Lord as far as he has realized. Factually, only the Lord himself can describe himself, and his learned devotee also can describe him as far as the Lord gives him the power of description. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is the very beautiful, even Arjuna also mentioning in the Bhagavad Gita also, Swayam eva atmana atmanam vetatvam purushottama bhuta bhavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate. Oh my dear Lord, Swayam eva atmana atmanam, only you by you, only yourself, you know about yourself. Vetatvam purushottama, O Purushottama. Bhuta bhavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate. So likewise Arjuna mentions and to the Lord. So he says Lord's potencies are unlimited. So no one can understand. But like the birds fly in the sky, like the devotees of the Lord describe as far as they can, likewise Suta Goswami is going to describe. Prabhupada is giving very beautiful analogy of and also here Prabhupada also mentions his devotee also can describe him as far as the Lord gives him the power of description. And we are seeing all these purports, Srila Prabhupada's purports to describing about Bhagavatam and Krishna. So we are relishing that nectar as well. Okay, so a very beautiful purport and Lord's pastimes of the Lord. Everyone who has got a connection to the Lord, they glorify. So impersonalist also, they will also glorify in a different way. And the people who are all meditating on the Lord, they will relish in their own way of connecting to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But devotees, they're always loving, just worshipping the Lord. Madhyashna darshana sparsha puja stuti abhivandanaihi. Likewise, they also serve the Lord and as much as they can. But still there are limitations of the body. But still, devotees, they always try as much as they can. And whatever the potency the Lord has given them to their body, the strength and the tongue, whatever the mercy Lord is showing, so it will use Natena, Anjalina, Bhaddena. So it is described in the what is that one? Mukundamala Sutra. So this person, he was describing very beautifully about it. Natena, Anjalina, Natena Sirasa, Bhaddena, Anjalina. It is a very beautiful verse. It is like a Baddena Anjalina, Natena Sirasa, Gatraihi, Saromodghamaihi, Kantena Swaragadghadena, Nainena Udgina, Bashpambuna. नित्यं त्वच्चरणारविन्दयुगलध्यानामृतस्वादिनाम् अस्माकं सरसीरुहाक्ष सततं सम्पद्यतां जीवितम्. As much as possible, I have to keep my hands folded and bend my head as much as possible. Gatrehi, sing the glories of the Lord until my throat goes choked. Kantena swaragadghadena. Nainena Udgina Bhashpambhana, until my eyes are just flooding with the tears as much as it can. So cry for you. Nityam Tutcharanarinda Yugala Dhyanamrita Swadinam. All the time, let me offer my obeisances. Tutcharanarinda Yugala Dhyanamrita Swadinam. Meditate on your lotus feet. Asmakam sarasiruhakshasam sampadjatam jeevitam. See, likewise, I need to dedicate all my life at your lotus feet. Sampadyatam jeevitam, as much as we can. So here Prabhupada is also explaining the Lord gives that potency as much as devotee can glorify for his full satisfaction and for the also the hearers and speakers, everyone relish. So it is a complete, perfect, very beautifully said here. So likewise, Suti Goswami saying, Aham hi pustaha adyamuno bhodbihi achaksha atma avagama atra yavan nabah patanti atma samam patatrinaha tada samam vishnugatim vipashitaha. Yes, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we shall quickly enter into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Gaurasundara, November 13, 1969, London. Can I request any dear devotees to read this letter?
Krishna Prabhuji, I can read. Thank you.
Please.
My dear Gaurasundara, please accept my blessings. I thank you very much for your letter dated October 23rd, 1969. Both you and heroine Govinda Dasi, assisted by Jayasri, Suryadasa and Balabhadra are all doing very nicely and entirely to my satisfaction. Krishna will bless you. Srimati Govinda Dasi, Dasi's writings have come out in the Back to Godhead issues 28. I have received the press copy and it is so nice. Everyone is appreciating, and especially for the Sankirtana article, this issue has become super excellent. So gradually I am getting to be an old man. I have given you the formula how to preach. You are young boys and girls, our future hope. Now you follow the principles, apply your intelligence, and everything will come out successful by the grace of our Lord Krishna. Regarding the songs you have written, yes, You may send them here for Mukunda to consider for future recordings. I expect to visit your Hawaii center again when I go to Japan. Surely at that time it will not be difficult, but always remember that I am always with you. As you are always thinking of me, I am always thinking of you also. Although physically we are not together, we are not separated spiritually. So we should be concerned only with this spiritual connection. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher is Bhaktivedanta Swami. Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji?
Srila Prabhupada's main this thing in here is they are, they were always concerned about Prabhupada's association. And he's saying that though physically he's not there, his presence is always there spiritually. So our main concern should be spiritual connection. And that's what I like this point. Then Krishna's mercy, everything will be successful if we follow regularly properly the principles and use our intelligence. So everything will be successful in preaching. That's what Srila Prabhupada is explaining here, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to highlight or make out? So in this letter, Prabhupada also mentioning heroine Govinda Dasi. So Prabhupada is so pleased with Govinda Dasi Mataji. She was preaching very beautifully, and also she has also written some writings have come out in the Back to Godhead magazine. Prabhupada is so happy. So that is the satisfaction to the spiritual master. When the devotees are spend whatever the knowledge they have received, if they are just spreading in the similar way, then spiritual master will be very pleased. And everything will be successful later on. And Krishna, when spiritual master is pleased, Krishna will be very pleased. So Prabhupada saying that is my satisfaction. Okay. And also Prabhupada is, and also here, a spiritual connection between the spiritual master and disciples, it is always a transcendental. And like the gopis and Krishna, it is the Vipralambha Bhava. And also here in the Bhagavatam also, when the Krishna's wives, when Krishna entering into Dwaraka, at the time they see Krishna, Dhuranta Bhavaha Parirevire Patim. Dhuranta Bhavaha is Lord is far, but still they are hugging Krishna in their heart through their eyes. And then by sending, so just when we are seeing all the living entities, the Lord in them and in Lord in ourselves, then there is no difference whether we are sitting among the audience or when we're with difference, and also the person who is worshipping the deity or who is nearer to the deity. So in that way, if we see it ourselves, then Dharanta Bhavaha Tam Atmajaihi Drushtibihi Antaratmana, in the heart, we also closely with the Lord. That is the transcendental. We are not separated spiritually. So here Prabhupada is mentioning very beautifully. Okay, that is the spiritual connection. Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Any other points, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Can I just ask one question?
Yes, Mataji.
like in our spiritual life, like we come across, like when we're, especially during anartha nivritti stages, we're coming across so many different emotions and maybe like things that we've repressed from the past that still sit within us, and they kind of, I won't say they stop us from our spiritual life, but then sometimes we can't fully focus because a memory comes up, or like a strong emotion, like if someone's really hurt, like members of your family, and you feel like a really strong dislike for the person, or a strong emotion comes up, especially, what should we do and how do we cope with it? And we still know that that person is still about, they're still doing all their stuff, they're affecting others. How do we deal with that so that it doesn't affect our spiritual life?
So that one, in the simple words, Krishna gives the intelligence in the heart as long as he is dependent completely on Krishna. But when we think, okay, I know this one, how to resolve it, then if we use our own strength, it will become a bit more worsen the condition. Even though it may not be at that moment, but later on it will come. But still, that is the kind of tolerance, but based on the duty, based on what is my position, and only we speak only that much. We should not argue. First of all, we should not argue. We need to accept everything, whatever the other people say, and then if they give an opportunity to speak, then we speak. That is the first, is the silence is the main thing. And also the things always may not be in our control all the time.
Yeah.
We may be a father, we may be a mother, we may be a learned person in the home. We know everything how to do it, but the circumstances doesn't allow us to do what we wanted to do.
So, like, how do we make sure that that situation doesn't become detrimental for our spiritual? Like sometimes if that thought comes and you're chanting, or that strong emotion, like how do we make sure that it doesn't, obviously we're not going to act on it, but how do we make sure that it's not internally ruining our spiritual journey?
The spiritual journey cannot be disturbed by any other thing. It may be appear so, but the attachment between the living entity and Krishna, it is the eternal. But only our desires might be coming. So they only can be separating us, nothing else. No others, other side, outside forces, they appear only as a cause, just a cause. But actually, it is our desire and our mistakes, our faults in our day-to-day spiritual life. If we make any offenses to
That's why that feeling comes up. Is that right?
Yes, Mother. So we need to chant offenselessly and offer our obeisances to the other senior devotees, and also compassionate towards the Mahatam Bahumananam Dinanam Anukampaya Maitra Chevatmatulyeshu Yemena Niyemena Cha. When we follow those regulations, uh, with respect to all the living entities, and especially Vaishnavas and Brahmanas, and follow the silence, then automatically they don't come in our way. Otherwise, if there are any offenses, one after another, they will be keep coming. Even though we think it is like a first, everything is controlling the tongue is very very important. Be maintaining the silence is very very important. We know it is time to speak, time to uh, support our cause, but still we need to maintain until we get an opportunity to speak. If someone is still speaking, we should not interfere and let them speak until they finish it. Is that it? Then wait. But we tell only if they hear what is mentioned in the scriptures. That's all. And then if they take it, they take it. But if it is not, then what happened? Otherwise, it will go very big. It is only the ego is the main cause. One wanted to say, I know everything. Someone say, I do. I want to do whatever I want. Whatever I say, it is the right. That is the one. And this kind of, or wherever two people are there, always there is conversations. Vivikta Kshema Sevanam. Vivikta Kshema Sevanam. Always it is recommended. Even though you are among so many peoples, but try to be connecting to Krishna only by yourself. Maintain the silence, because people around you, it is not you just go and speak like that for a socializing things. But still, we need to maintain our silence as much as possible.
What if so much injustice happens through silence?
Tolerate. If there is an opportunity to speak and to put our case in the forward, we just put it and we don't expect the results. If we attach to the results, then we will be caught again.
Yeah.
Things would happen automatically. Whatever needs to happen, it would happen. It is the sick actions and reactions are there, but whether we take the results of those actions, we try to enjoy those things, either suffer or getting pleasure out of it, then only we are caught, then only we suffer. Our spiritual life also be disturbed. If I wanted to tell one student, I'm explaining it. So whether he takes it or not, it is up to him. But I have done my duty. If it is same person, if I'm not in that position, if I'm not teaching, if I'm some other person is teaching, but still I'm watching. If he didn't take it, then I wouldn't have much. But why I'm getting is because I have said, but he did not take it. That is, we suffer because we are attached to the result. There are so many people who doesn't listen to their teacher, who doesn't listen to their parents. We do not worry about it. But when we keep ourselves within that position, then we feel so much of distress and unhappiness. Because I have said it, they did not take it. It is the nature of the soul. It is the nature of the soul. They have got their own impressions to carry out, to carry that soul. Based on our duty, we do whatever is needed. That's it. We don't attach to the results.
Okay, so say for example, then some injustice is happening, that person continues. So what should your role be, if anything? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So as much as possible, we just show the facts and we tolerate. The rest of things we just simply tolerate.
So even though the problem becomes bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yes, we need to simply tolerate. So nothing is permanent. All the problems, everything, whatever grows, it will break on one time. The tree keep on growing, it will break on one day. It is not always, it will keep growing. Whatever there is always ups and downs.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you,
Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Sometimes we have to think it is Lord Krishna's, his arrangement. We have to remember about the example of Jara Bharata. Although he was insulted, although he tolerated. But certain time, it's Lord arrangement. Whenever he has sons, he gave instruction even to the king. So that is why we have to remember that example also. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for bringing that Jadabharat and Rahugana story. Yeah. So the Lord will arrange his energies to protect his devotees. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, so that is from the letter and from the announcements point of view. So today evening we have got Krishna Katha at 8 p.m. By Bhaktini Sharanya Mataji. So today is the first session after reinstating. And tomorrow is our Kirtana evening. Day after tomorrow is again Krishna Katha, Krishna book. And on Saturday we have got house program at Bhakta Devashish Prabhuji's home, house program with Nishkinchana Das Prabhuji, who is coming back after a long time again. So we will have a blissful time to hear from the Prabhuji. Okay, so those are the updates. I don't have further updates, dear devotees, and also about the book distribution on the 17th of December, next to the Uxbridge railway station, along with the Antaranga Prabhu. So all the team is going to be there. Our Uxbridge Sangha devotees are also will be there. So please pause wherever it is possible. Please kindly take the opportunity to be present and associate for the book distribution. Okay, that is an update from me, and I don't have any further updates. And dear devotees, if you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything, or if there are any other events that are going on, kindly share with us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
I just wanted to add one thing that Mataji was asking, like if there is an injustice. So again, to the tolerance and all, it comes. We should do tolerate when the circumstances are against us. Some setbacks comes to us, some insult comes to us. But someone is blaspheming the scripture, someone is blaspheming other devotees, someone is blaspheming the God, Krishna. Then we should act. If we tolerate at that moment, means we are contributing to the sin, because as a devotee uh, we should act, or we should show the truth, because tolerance is, it will depend upon the situation, right? So always silence is not the answer, so sometimes we have to speak, otherwise justice will not happen. So
Yes,
that is also important. So the situation matters, if it is coming to us, or if it is the other devotees, or if someone is blaspheming the scriptures, also the situation matters, right? So I just wanted to add that also, Prabhu. Even though, as Sanjita Mataji was saying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said we have to tolerate a tree, but when something happened to Nityananda Prabhu, he took the Sudarshan Chakra. So there are situations like that. So we should, according to situation, we should act. I just wanted to add that, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful, Mataji. Yeah, it is like a mother protecting a child. It doesn't matter even though death comes in front. So we face that. So that is the love. So, and if there is something happen to other Vaishnavas, we do not tolerate. Anything happens to the scripture, we do not tolerate. If anything happens to the Krishna, anyone blaspheming Krishna, we do not tolerate. But yeah, when it comes to us, we tolerate. Personally, we tolerate. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautiful.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, do not want to open the worm of a jar, but the thing is, how do you distinguish who is a devotee and who is not a devotee? We watching someone, something is going wrong. Will you decide that, oh, he's a devotee, he's not a devotee, I should act or I should not act?
So there, once again, the discrimination comes, Prabhu. So discrimination, if we discriminate, he is a devotee, he is a non-devotee. There, see whether we are a Kanistadikari, Madhyamadikari, Bhagavata, Uttamadikari is he sees everyone with the equal vision. Madhyamadikari, he distinguishes and he make friendship with the devotees. And Kanistadikari goes to the temple and come back. So in which level we are acting, that also matters. So if he is a devotee, so Madhyamadikari, he would defend the devotees. He also discriminate the devotees and also he protect the devotees. And from the non-devotees also, he doesn't go on fight. He would be according to scriptures. Yemena niyemena cha. According to the scriptural injunctions, he act. So to know scriptural injunctions, we keep hearing Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. He will understand, he will get that knowledge.
Haribol.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. We have to remember about it. Even Srijiv Goswami, he challenges. Even sometimes he going to challenge, although it is not Vaishnava etiquette, but he challenges not for himself. It is for his uncle, actually his spiritual masters. So we have to think about where we have to challenge which position I am taking is for myself, my side, or for other thing due to scriptural injection or to superior my other devotees. So we have to think about, although practically it's very hard to maintain in our spiritual journey, but we have to remember it is we have to think about always Krishna's mercy. We have to pray. We have to pray. That is why we have to pray. So that is another example I am repeating. That is Jaro Bharata. He was keeping silent in his whole life, whole life. But when Lord arranged and he gave instruction, and after that, even king was insulted, Jaro Bharata. But after hearing the instruction from his Bhagavatam Katha, then he pay obeisance to him. So that is why that is the value of tolerance. And whenever we have time, we have to say something. So this is the way. But practically we cannot decide. Sometimes we cannot decide, but we have to pray to Lord. When we back to someone, some insult is coming to myself, we have to pray to him. So it is Lord arrangement. And then prayer should be very strong, because this is the emotion also coming. Is heart prayer. I mean, like it's intense prayer to him. So that means when some shocking, some hard, then we have to pray. Please, Lord, please give me. I mean, like, so then we have to pray very seriously. That is, Lord, it is your energy. Is you either it is external energy, but whenever the energy will come, then internal energy, then we can preach to him or to others. Hare Krishna. So that is why I am telling. There is Sri Jiv Goswami and Zaro Bharata, and many examples also in Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for explaining those things. Okay, so that's all for today's from announcements point of view as well. And if you're all happy, we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनन्तकोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृन्द की जय।
Jai.
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai.
Krishna conscious day, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Everyone.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य